A fine good evening to everyone. Welcome to the day 19 of 21-day mindfulness session. Mindfulness, the journey to greatness, conducted by Institute Wellness Group and Reiki Center of Excellence for the Science of Happiness, IIT Kharagpur. As we all are waiting for the teacher Saamdu Chetri, without any further delay, let us invite our teacher Saamdu Chetri to take up this session.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Soumya. And thank you to all the audience out there. Shall we just find a comfortable place to sit and make a quick check-in of the body, how you feel, of your heart, how you feel, of your mind, how you feel. Okay? Just find the feelings and relax. Okay, calm body, mind and heart, peaceful and calm. Let's get to our session. Thank you, friends out there. Today is the 19th day and 28th of August 2020. We have 2 more days from today to complete our 21 days of sort of a challenge. I know many of you couldn't have made it, but probably there is recording somewhere. Please try to go through them as and when you have little time, because I'm sure it's going to help you define yourself, your ways, your path, your journey to life. Okay, so what we're doing in this course is a learning, a practice for life, not for living. Okay, so without further talk on this, let's continue for our practice of the day. And let me remind you again, I'll continue doing this for 1 more day tomorrow. So when you get up, please pull yourself and rest against the wall, your back in the morning. Be grateful to Mother Earth for giving us all the abundance. Thank parents for their love, care, and birth that they have given us. Without them, we would not have been here. Thank friends and others who have made a difference in our life and brought us happiness. Reflect on what you did yesterday and think about today. What are you going to do today? And what better would you do from yesterday? With that, try to make a resolve. The resolve could be for the day, which could be that today I will do better than yesterday, a fulfilling something, or today I will listen to everyone without speaking, or today I'll send my love to everybody, today I'll serve someone, or today I will give. This kind of intentions you need to keep, okay? Then meditate for 6 minutes. That meditation is just listening to breathing in and breathing out, nothing more. And your mind might fly away. Try to invite the mind to come back to breathing in and breathing out. 6 minutes. If you have too difficult time, then you use words, valuable words, like breathing in, I'm calm, my mind is calm. Breathing out, my body is composed. This kind of words you can put in your, with the breath. The whole idea is just to focus our mind to the breathing. Then, of course, you stretch, or you lie down on your bed and you stretch completely, your entire body, and then raise your head a little bit, and then put your hands straight to your legs, and raise your legs, and then start cyclic kick as many times as you can do before you jump out of the bed. When you jump out of the bed, you should have done, if you are practicing for 21 days, at least 108 times. Then you get into bathroom, try to have your self-affirmations, your mission statements hanging or pasted around places where you move often, where you can see them, so that it reminds you to rehearse on them. Then go for your 30 minutes of sweating exercise. After that, have a mindful bath, which means when a shower or a bath in the tub or a shower. When you have the shower, feel the water roll down your body, feel every cell being nourished by this water. Okay? And then feel your hands moving, cleansing with the soap and so forth. Then you sit for your family prayer or your family meditation together. After that, you might want to have tea, or you might want to delay it until the breakfast, doesn't matter. But while you drink your tea, make sure that you take a smell, the aroma of the tea, and try to visualize, imagine clouds in the tea, because the rain comes from the cloud, the water comes from the rain. So, and without water, we can't have tea. So try to see clouds, try to see the tea gardens in your tea, try to see the sugar. If you take sugar, don't take too much sugar. Sugar is very bad for our health, but nevertheless, we are used to, go for jaggery or some other sweetener that are natural instead of going for sugar, that's white sugar, which is very, very bad. Okay? And try to see and thank all the people involved in this journey of preparing this cup of tea for you. Same with breakfast. When you sit down to eat your breakfast, prepare a mouthful, put it in your mouth and rest your hands. Don't touch your food. Don't keep your spoon and fork or knife in your hands. Place them, put your hand on your lap or on the table and chew at least minimum 27 times. In this chewing, be grateful from where the whole food has begun, from earth, with the abundance of the sun, the rain, the air, the loving work and hard work of the farmer, to your table, someone who prepared food for you here. So try to think of everyone and be grateful. And while you are grateful, say that my unwholesome, my mind, the state of mind, if it is unwholesome, let it really be nourished with completeness of greatness. So you can imagine, and you can also thank for having this nourishing food that doesn't harm your body, that doesn't harm the planet Earth or no one. So it generates love and understanding. Okay? In gratitude, you should be able to eat. After you swallow the first mouthful, then you begin to prepare another mouthful. Okay? Then you start your journey of 8 hours, which is practically, if you're a working person, you have to spend 8 hours of your work. And now you're on holiday, so try to find some time to do things that you love to do. What really motivates you to do that. Okay? Then make sure that you always learn to deeply listen and have a loving speech. Why I have this, apart from all other practices, is this is the source of all the beginning in our journey of life. Okay? So in our greatness, in fact, this is the journey. And if you realize, all great leaders give their full attention when someone talks. Even if they know, doesn't matter. They listen to you. Then it's dinner time. Eat your dinner, of course, during the day. Try to find some time for reading inspirational books and listening to uplifting music. In the dinner, again, do the same thing like mindful eating, like the breakfast. Then you sit down for meditation with your family. One of you lead it. Then you have your sharing out of the heart. No one, all listening, everyone listens. No comments, no criticism, no judgment, no analysis. Then you get into noble silence, unless there are children that you need to attend, or otherwise complete silence. Try to prepare that silence also in your mind. Don't let the mind chatter often. It's all right that the mind chatters, it's okay, but try to tell the mind not to chatter, that you are in noble silence, okay? Then you get onto bed and try to scan your body completely. And every movement, unlike during the day when you do the scanning, on the bed, you say after you give attribute to a part of body that you're touching, thanking, just say that my eyes are getting deeper and heavier. Then go to the next part, again, talk about that part, give the attributes, how it is helping your body, and they say thank you, relax, and then you say, my eyes are getting heavier, I'm falling asleep. Again, go to the next part and next part and next part. By the time, if you genuinely do, by the time you are somewhere in the central part, you would have fallen asleep, okay? So this is a beautiful practice, and this practice is also a practice for developing your concentration. Mind you, this is not just for sleeping, but it will help you develop your concentration. All right, let's continue our journey, my dear friends. So today's intention is that today and every day, I'll perceive everyone in me and I'm in them. So you need to feel that I am because of them. So you need to perceive and see that we are not different from one another. Everyone is like me and I am like everyone, okay? So the journey today, we are taking the last of the emotional intelligence, the fifth one, social skills. The first one we did the self-awareness. Then we went for self-management or self-control. And then we came to motivation. Then we did empathy, social awareness. Then now today we are on the social skills. So let's just briefly talk. Now all of this comes from Goldman, which he did in 1998. And this is morely tuned towards the corporate world, but we can prepare ourselves with these 6 emotional intelligence, also become intelligent human beings, okay? So briefly, these 5 steps actually is a module by itself, but I'm just rushing over 5 days, less than 5 hours, in fact. So the first one on the social skills is influence. Welding effect, tactics for persuasion. So how do you weld effective tactics for persuasion? Basically, if you have to be a persuasive person, the first important thing is you have to learn to listen. This is very important. Otherwise, you cannot weld. You cannot understand the person. You cannot be empathic. You cannot really know. So how can you weld with that? So you have to find this. But in a family, for example, you don't get along with your parents. It's because we cannot weld, because we do not know the tactics of pursuing them to follow your ideals, your perceptions, because they have their own perceptions, and you can only do when you understand them completely. Then only you can put forward what you understand as of what they understand. So it's a question of creating an influence by making them know that you have completely understood and believe in them. Okay? It doesn't matter to say that I fully believe your perception, because you're believing their perception, not your perception. So it's all right to say that. Even if you don't believe, it's not scientifically backed, but parents are saying it's all right. For the influence, you can, this is how you garner your emotional bank account. So when they say, oh, I understand your perspective, I fully believe in your perspective. I fully believe. So that gives them hope that you understand them, you love them. Okay. Communication, like we talked about, communication and collaboration are 2 very effective pillars for synergizing, for getting together in our journey with others, because we're talking about social skills. So it's with others, okay? So sending clear and convincing messages. So when you want to talk to somebody, do not go around, but be direct, but polite. So this is very important. Be direct, but very polite. because often we are not very polite. We miss this point. We need to be polite, okay? But very clear. What we want to relate, they must understand. You know, sometimes like what I do with my housekeeper, housemaid here, is that I tell her something and then I request her, can you please repeat what I have told you? So, and invariably, she always makes mistakes because she hasn't understood completely what I'm trying to tell her. So I again correct her, again request her, if you don't mind, can you repeat that to me? Then she comes correctly, and then I feel at ease, you know. So communication, if you just said something and just left, maybe that person hasn't understood, and all our problems again starts from there, because we have not communicated well, we have not related what we want to relate properly to the person has just understood part of it, and the whole fight and quarrel actually begins from there. Leadership. In the social sector, of course, there are many leaders, individual leaders. All individual we are all leaders of our own selves. You know? So we must learn to inspire others and guide in the family or in your team groups, wherever you are. Okay, very essential. You have to learn these techniques. Tomorrow we will try to touch a little more in detail on leadership, but this is what you need to do. You need to inspire people. How do you inspire people? Often we make this mistake. You know, how did Mr. Modi inspire the whole India to clean up? He was with the broom himself. You see, all leaders do not let others work. You will not believe, it's not that I am pampering or appreciating or being prideful myself, but I built a huge institute of gross national happiness center in central part of Bhutan with less than 2 crores. Huge. Anyone who goes there does not believe that this has not costed some 5 crores. All I did was to work with the laborers, with my heart, not just showing them. And because I worked more than them, they doubled their initiative. And we did a work of a month within 15 days. That was the kind of approaches I took, you know. So a leader does not command, a leader leads, either being a servant leader or a leader in front, okay? It doesn't matter where you lead. If you look into the pack of wolves, for example, the leader, we'll talk about it. The leader actually is right at the back, okay? Maybe you know this story. We will talk more on this tomorrow. Anyway, so you need to inspire people. You need to guide them. You need to really learn from nature. Nature is in abundance, teaching us all the time, you know, all the time. So we need to be an inspirational leader. We should be able to guide. As educated young people, you should be able to guide your siblings, your family, your grandparents, your parents, and everybody at home, okay? You have to be also a change catalyst. So initiating or managing a change, you know, because if you just resist change, then everyone, as an educated or as a leader, everybody is going to back off. But if you take part in it and manage this, what is happening, initiate and manage it. You know, how do you change, become a change catalyst? Understand, plan, get into it. Because unless you try, you do not know whether it works or not. So when you are taking this initiative, people will join you, family will join you, friends will join you. Doesn't matter, you know. In corporate world, you fail so many times. But the challenge is when you fail, actually you make it. So the corporate world is not angry with your failure. Rather, they appreciate because you learn out of it and they are certain that the next trial or the third trial is going to be perfect. Okay. Conflict management, negotiating and resolving disagreements. This is also a very important part. We have to learn our negotiation skills, and to negotiate again, you have to sit and listen to both sides completely, face to face, and then analyze and come to a conclusion about what are the misunderstandings that's taking place. And then you negotiate, well, your way, both of you are right in your own perception, but I see a third way, and this is how you can resolve. your conflicts, because your way and your way are your perceptions, necessarily need not be the social perception, the family's perception, okay? Or the team's perception. So you can guide them along those paths. Building bonds, nurturing, becoming a nurturing instrument for relationship. Like we already talked about it, that relationship is, if you have to look for one indicator for happiness, we know it is deep and meaningful relationship, nothing else. So please go for it. Deep and meaningful relationship is all that matters. Okay, so try to nurture this instrument of relationship. And this instrument of relationship is your loving speech, deep listening, your language of the body, your language of the of your eyes, of your movements, all these matter. And then a helping hand, all this matter. A beautiful word in the morning, wishing your mother, good morning, mother, you look so beautiful today. Maybe first day she will wonder, what happened to my child? She never spoke, or he never spoke this to me. But she'll appreciate. And you're adding, you're bonding. Okay, do that to your father. Good morning, father. Such a handsome man. Great. Try to give some compliments to others in the relationship, but don't make it a fussy or wrong compliment. Okay, give from your heart. Of course, collaboration and cooperation are a must in social life as a skill. In the corporation or in the family, you have a goal of a family. So you need to put all your efforts, all your energy towards this collaboration and cooperation to win that goal. So if you are in an organization working, we must know the goals, the organization goal, and focus our mind, our attention every day towards that work, towards that goal. Very important. Team capabilities, creating group synergies in pursuing collective goals. So, individually, just by aligning yourself with the goals and preparing yourself with the goal may not always be a successful way of going for these social skills within a team or family. What you need to do, make sure, is that you need to synergize. You need to find the differences. Create that you have your strength, he has, she has, join those strengths together towards the collective goal of the organization or families or the team that you're working with. You will always do well in your social skills. Okay, friends, let's go to the next. Now I think it's time for our mindful journey of meditation. So we'll do on sharing today a bit of it. Okay. All right. As you listen to the bell, please sit comfortably with your eyes drooped or closed, your back straight, chin slightly tucked in without any stress on your neck, legs grounded if you're sitting on the chair, or knees touching the floor if you're sitting on a high cushion, tongue lightly touching the upper palate, lips closed, teeth not biting, shoulders relaxed, and watch your breath in and out. Feel the energy entering from the center of your palms if you have them open upwards. Please realize there is a calming effect energized by the energy of the universe passing through the center of your palms, and you feel completely in peace, calm, joyful, and you continue breathing in and out. Now I make my in-breath deeper and out-breath slower. I continue to watch my deep and slow breaths in and out and feel totally in joy. I know life rests on my breathing, so I'll remind myself to focus on my breathing as often as possible. And I take one more deep and slow breath in and out, feeling completely blissful. I feel calm and relaxed and take my awareness to my feet. I feel the suppleness of my soles. I wriggle my toes, feel the ankles, calf muscles, and thighs, and ask the entire two legs to soften and relax. I thank them for carrying me to the places of need and love since I started to walk on them. I straighten my lower back gently and cautiously and open my chest to the comfort of my upper shoulders and relax my shoulders completely. I feel my hands resting on my lap and ask them to soften and relax. And I thank them for enabling me to carry, touch, feel, embrace, receive, write, and give. I move my awareness now to my neck and gently move it to find the right position for it, and I relax my neck. I now roll my tongue in my mouth and gently slide my jaws left to right with lips closed and feel relaxed. I take my thoughts and focus to my head and see if my mind is judging or distracted. I pause there and recognize whatever it is doing and realize by asking the mind to be still, clear, calm, and peaceful. Now I take my awareness to my heart and see what the heart is doing. I pause, recognize any agitation or negative emotions, feelings that is holding at this point in time. I become aware and realize it by just letting it go and arising love, joy, and peace that have no boundary and expectations but are pure, humble, inclusive, and profound. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. In and out. Breathing in, I feel solid. Breathing out, I feel free. In, solid. Out, free. Breathing in, I feel pure. Breathing out, I feel glorious. In, pure. Out, glorious. Breathing in, I feel still. Breathing out, I feel clear. In, still. Out, clear. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel peaceful. In, calm. Out, peaceful. I bring my body, mind, and speech in perfect oneness and imagine my loved ones. I send them my heart along wishing them acceptance, truth, love, joy, and peace. Through my thoughts, I wish the loved ones, may you be awakened from forgetfulness and transcend the path of worry, anxiety, and sorrow, or any unwholesome memories. May you be free from fear and danger. May you be free from any sufferings. May you be in joy and peace. May you be in abundance always. May you be loved and cared for forever. As I continue to take deep and slow breaths, I visualize a family that have recently shifted to a country in Africa from outside of Africa. The little boy of this new migrated family was a very angry boy. He would be angered every word that was spoken in the family. But he didn't want to be angry. Something made him angry all the time. So his father gave him a task, asking him, son, if you want to reduce your anger, every time you feel angry, why don't you drive a nail on the plank at the fence? And gave his son an amount of nails. So the boy immediately began to work. Every time he got angry, he went to the fence and he drove a nail into a plank. The first day he had driven in 26 nails. Over the time, slowly, the driving in of the nails began to reduce. And finally, after many days, he didn't have to drive any nails. So proudly, he told his father, Father, I did not drive a nail today. Father was very proud. He said, tomorrow we'll go to the fence to see the nails. So the following day, the proud father took his son by hand and they went to the fence to see the nails driven into the planks. Then the father said, my dear son, I really appreciate you. I love you so much. Now, every day that you don't get angry, pull a nail out. So he started to begin pulling out the nails. Day by day, he pulled one nail, and over time, he completed pulling all the nails, maybe 100 or more nails. Then he came to the father and said, Father, I pulled out all the nails from the plank. The father was mesmerized. He was totally so happy for his son. So he took the son by the hand and went again to the plank where the nails were driven and now pulled out. And the father said, look, son, anger, once now these planks are old. See, it cannot be repaired, but the plank still exists. Anger is same thing. You hurt someone, and even if you said sorry, you leave a dent in there. The son was so happy that he had made a new lesson in his life. He was never trying to be friends with the local African boys. But finally he decided and became friends and started to enjoy his life at a much higher, greater length of his space and length of his journey there. Finally, as the boys were playing, an anthropologist came by because he wanted to see the behavior, culture of these young boys. So this little whitish looking guy from another world was also playing with them. So the anthropologist said, look, I have a basket of delicious fruits. I'll put this beneath the tree there. You all stand in a row here. I go there, put the basket under the tree, and I will count 1, 2, 3, and you run. Whoever comes first here takes as many fruits as he can or she can. So they all agreed, they all stood in a line, and he went, the anthropologist, and put the basket under the tree and counted 1, 2, 3. They all started running. And he could not believe his eyes. They had all held hand in hand, the entire 12, 13 boys and girls, and they all came together at the same time to the fruit. And they shared that fruit and enjoyed. So the man asked, why did you do that? The one who came first could have eaten more. And they said, Ubuntu. What it meant was that I am because of they are. I am not by myself. You see? So sharing starts, understanding starts, our love starts from giving. Because we know if we give, we are giving to the one because of whom we are existing. I am because of you. I am because you are. Now these boys grew big. They became older. There was a war and they had to join armies. This little out of the place boy too joined the army to fight for his new country. And one day they were in the hospital. He was in the hospital, this boy from outside who had become the citizen of that African country. His lung was punctured, and there was another army. Both of them were given a room, and this guy who migrated person, now a big man, was by the window side, while the other was on the other side of the wall. So two of them shared a room. And this migrated person could actually sit down for an hour during a certain period of day, while the other guy had to lie down completely. And he was in a very critical situation. Now, this migrated person, when he had the opportunity to sit down, he would look out of the window and tell him stories, tell him that look so beautiful, trees swinging with this wind, the setting sun looking so beautiful, birds flying, ducks swimming in the lake, in the river down there, people walking, chatting. They're so in big love and relationship. Every day he would narrate a story of beautiful nature outside. And after many days, or rather weeks, in that particular time, he did not speak. So when the nurse came in, this guy asked, what happened to the friend today? He did not narrate that beautiful parade of the soldiers that he talked yesterday, the congratulatory message from the president of the country, all that, and the drumming sound that he heard. Where is he today? Is he okay and he's left? And the nurse said, no, he's no more, he's dead. He felt so broken that a friend who narrated him such beautiful stories, which he took to imagination, because he would narrate the story and this guy lying down flat on his back would imagine all those that friend told him. And he would encourage his inner self to leave, because he was in a critical moment, to leave and to leave. Finally, he had died. And this critical person, black person, had become much well. So one day he said to the nurse, can I shift to the window? And the nurse was happy to shift him there. Then suddenly he realized, when he was able to sit and watch out of the window, there was nothing like what he was describing. There was other wall of the building through the window that you could see. He was mesmerized. He said, why did he do this? He asked the nurse, and the nurse said, well, he knew that you were critical and he wanted to inspire you to live life, because there is a better life if you recovered. And he knew he was going to die. So my dear friends, giving has so much of beauty, so much of love, so much of joy. We have to learn to give to the society. We have to learn to give unconditionally to others with love. Please bring back your awareness to your body. Take a few deep and slow breaths. Begin rubbing your hands as you take deep breaths in and out. Put them on your eyes. Gently open your eyes halfway. Begin massaging your legs, making movements of your legs. And when you are ready, you can completely open your eyes, filled with love and compassion, and be back to yourself. Where is it? Okay, friends, I don't think, okay, great. I can't, something has happened. Anyway, so I wish you all the auspiciousness in your lives, in your journey, wherever you are. May the universe always bless you. May you be happy and well. May you be free from fear and any danger. May you bring happiness to the lives you touch. May you bring unconditional love to others and be loved and cared for. Tashi Dele, so let me sing this happiness song for you. Let us all sing together. 3, 2, 1, go. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. And I'm not in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do. But I'm not in a hurry. Thank you so much. God bless you all. All my love to you. If you have any questions, we can now discuss. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We had a wonderful session this evening, and it's our pleasure to learn about emotional intelligence like social skills, and it's interesting and important for us, sir. And here is a feedback for yesterday's session, sir, from Lakshman, and he's saying that, hello sir, I was been doing mindfulness meditation from couple of months before this program initiation. I feel like I entered a different perception of today's world. I feel like all I want is in me, but my doubt is I used to feel peace sometimes, and sometimes I used to feel like I'm getting stoned naturally, and sometimes I feel like uncomfort in my mind. If you could give us clear explanation on this difference, it would be helpful for us.
Okay, Lakshman, thank you for this raising this issue. You see, our minds are always like this. Sometimes we are peaceful, and as a practitioner, you need to be more peaceful than stoned or your mind distracted by something. But this is a journey. If you're mindful, then we can avoid this. So when you feel like, oh, what am I doing? Where am I? You're worrying or you are kind of getting frustrated towards something. That is the moment you have to be aware. You need to bring awareness. Don't wait for too long to pass. The moment that happens to you, bring an awareness saying, oh, this is happening to me now. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Get into a minute of your mindful breathing, and it will be gone. It's a practice. Continue doing this as often as you can. When such things hit you, then it will not come back. After that, if it tries to even come near you, a breath is good enough to let it go. It will not come back to you. But this is a journey because we doubt ourselves. Like you said, you find new perceptions in yourself. Often, I think today I'm feeling very calm, and suddenly I perceive something, and then my mind becomes a little wild, a little unhappy, or a little turmoiled. This is all due to the fact that we are not aware. The moment we bring our awareness that this is happening, then you can realize, you can reflect on it, you can realize. So keep these three words in mind. Whenever that comes, pause. Take a deep breath in, pause. Anytime, pause. And after pausing, say, why is this emotions arising in me? Why am I getting stoned? Why am I getting my mind a bit unshaky, unhappy? Why? You have a reason for this. Nothing just happens by itself, a reason. Find that reason. When you have found the reason, then you know the cause. When you know the cause, then you can avert it by realizing it. by changing it to the way that you need to. Like I've been talking, that any problem that arises, if you question, if you know the cause and question, you'll come, it's like peeling an onion, you'll come to the root to find nothing. So it's just a journey in life. Be aware, keep these three words: pause, reflect, and realize. Keep these three words meaningfully in your mind. As and when this hits you, just come back to it and it will be averted. Okay? Thank you, Lakshman. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Uh, and here comes another query from Nirajana Ghosh. She's asking, sir, at times the mind becomes judgmental towards self and others. How to minimize that?
Same thing. Same thing, Niranjana. When the mind becomes judgmental, everything is in awareness. You know that this is happening. That is awareness. The moment that is happening, you have to quickly tell, no. If it is judging yourself, say, no, I'm a special, unique person created by the universe. Because, see, there is a natural selection process. No one decided that you would come into the womb of your mother. It's a selection process of thousands of seeds that were trying to enter your mother's womb. You only entered. So you are unique. Okay, you were only accepted. So you are unique. You have to take that in your mind. So say, no, I shouldn't judge myself. I'm a unique person. Your self-affirmation has to come in during that point. If you're judging someone and you realize you're judging, quickly put your break and say, oh, no, I should not judge. Take a breath, say, no, I shouldn't judge. Why am I judging? It's her perception, their perception. I have no right to judge. Hold it there. Okay? So this is the practice. Again, pause, reflect, and realize. The three things will help you. You have to be aware. Every time you bring your awareness, stop there. Take a deep breath and just stop. Either with the self-affirmation, the other one will be, saying that you have no right to judge anybody. Because that's the truth. You have no right to judge anyone. Their perception is their perception. You have to accept that fact. Okay, Niranjana? I hope it helps you.
Yes, sir. And here comes another query from Vishwajyoti. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. And here comes another query from Jaydeep Das, sir. He's asking, I'm not feeling any vibration on navel region while sound but I feel vibration with sound O and in heart and mind respectively. What may be the reason?
You see, the lower part has much more larger areas, okay? And if you put your palm, central of your palm on the navel, right, directly on the navel, touching there, and sound the word it should vibrate. Because when you sound that what happens is the muscular in your system forms quickly. If you're not used to, then when you sound you form the muscular thing because you're holding. When you stop that muscular activity on the stomach area, then you will feel that vibration inside. It's because when you begin, take a deep breath in, and when you begin, you're forming muscles. Okay. Suddenly you try to form muscle because you want to hold the breath, and therefore I think you have this issue. But if you relax, take a deep breath in, and increase your stomach, and just relax there without muscle, forming the muscle, and just sound the word I think you should feel the vibration. Okay.
Yes, sir, he might got the answer. And here Turin S. Paul says, it's really effective for me. I'm experiencing positive change in my daily life. When lockdown will get over, I would like to meet you when we will be in campus. Maybe we all can have a get together in your home. Thank you very much, sir.
You are most welcome, my dear. Most welcome.
Sir Servik Mandal says, thank you, sir, for sharing us with this wonderful session. And Nirajana Ghosh and Priyanka Barman says, thank you, sir, for your guidance.
Thank you
And
all.
Ranjan Paul expressed thanks a lot, sir. Yes, sir, we had a wonderful session. Even Jack says, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So it's over?
Yes, sir. Can we wait for a minute whether there may be queries or not?
Sure, sure.
Yes, sir. There are no queries.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session we have.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. God bless you all. And we'll meet tomorrow again. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.